Welcome to the Mystic Access Podcast, where the magic is in learning.
Episode 60, Revisiting Chicken Nugget. In episode 57, I demonstrated Chicken Nugget, which was a new accessible Twitter client that was just released to the public. It was in early stages of beta. As of the recording of this podcast, Chicken Nugget is currently still in beta. Currently, Chicken Nugget is free to use, but when it is released will cost $15. You can find out more about Chicken Nugget at www.q-continuum.net/chicken_nugget. Lots of features and functionality have been added to Chicken Nugget. This is why I am revisiting Chicken Nugget. And as you just heard, that was a sound that Chicken Nugget makes when a new tweet comes in. Chicken Nugget has both a graphical user interface and a non-graphical user interface. This means that you can interact with Chicken Nugget by popping up a window or by using global commands. I already have Chicken Nugget loaded, so I am going to press Windows Control W to bring up the graphical user interface.
Display. Chicken Nugget Mystic Access. Timelines tab.
And if I press it again,
Hide. Studio Recorder M.
And if I press it a third time,
Display. Chicken Nugget Mystic Access. Timelines tab. Control 1 of 8.
So now we are in a dialog box with a menu bar and multiple tab controls. Now I can press the right arrow key and switch between the multiple tabs. Or if I just press the tab key and tab off of the tab control, I will be in lists of my timeline. So let's do that. I'm going to hit the tab key.
Mentions M bottom red.
Tab again.
Homo Debbie Gibson RT Kirk Jorgensen text.
I can hit the home key or the end key. Let's hit the end key.
Bottom Carine Levy text requisite wedding photo booth pics. Sostin Levy DR. Paul Third text Microsoft Find. Lore legendary text. I'm so all over this idea app.
And I'm just pressing the up arrow key.
Photo. Lore legendary text presumably. They are not.
Now I'm going to tab again.
Wedding photo. Direct messages debot.
There's your direct messages list.
Favorites F no selected item list.
Favorites.
Timelines tab control 1 of 8.
Now we're back to timelines. If I hit the right arrow key, I'm in the search tab. If I hit the right arrow key again,
Mystic Access Tech List tab control 3 of 8.
I'm in the list tab, and for some reason I had to shift tab off and then shift tab back in. Now if I tab through my lists, I can see what I have.
Mystic Access Technology bottom Paul Third text Microsoft finalizes Windows 8.1 development HTTP bit.
So I have a list for technology related stuff on this account.
List tab control 3 of 8.
Now we are back to the lists tab. If I hit the right arrow key, I have
Events 4 of 8.
Events, right arrow again.
Relationships 5 of 8.
And I can tab or shift tab through any of these dialog boxes. When we switch to a new tab, we are populating the dialog box with information related to that tab. Now I just received a tweet and it was automatically read to me, and that's a feature that I will discuss in a little bit when I go through the menu system. So I'm going to hit the right arrow key again.
Popular 6 of 8. The introductory price of the Sense Nav audio.
Now I'm going to right arrow again.
User timeline 7 of 8.
And again.
Sent 8 of 8.
And these are your sent, tweets that you've sent, and you have your actual sent tweets or your direct messages tweets. I am going to send a new tweet, and to do that I can press Control T while I'm in the graphical user interface, or I can press Win Control T if I'm not in the graphical user interface. Because I am in the graphical user interface, I will press Control T.
T. Text edit box. Dialog. T. T O space E space E S U G T D S T.
And I'll press enter.
Chicken Nugget Mystic X's. Mystic I.
Now I just sent a tweet. And I'm going to go to the Sent tab.
Sent 8 of 8.
And I'm going to tab through.
Sent tweets T Mystic Access text contributing code to bottom Mystic Access text. This is a test tweet for the new Chicken Nugget podcast when 11/16/48 client Chicken Nugget 15 of 15.
So I just hit the end key to get to this tweet. Now I can actually edit this tweet, which is neat. I can press Control E.
E. Text. This is a test tweet for the new Chicken Nugget.
Now I'm going to press Home.
H T A I S space I S space A.
I'm going to insert the word not
N O T space
and press enter.
Chicken Nugget Mystic X's. Sent tweets T bottom.
Now I have just edited this tweet.
Mystic Access text. This is not a test tweet for the new Chicken Nugget podcast when 11/7.
And there it is. It's been updated. Now I want to delete this tweet because it's useless. I'm going to press Control and the delete key.
No selected item.
Now it's gone. Now I am going to go to the menu bar. And to do that, I'm going to press the Alt key.
Application to pull down.
So we have an application menu. And I'm going to scroll to the right.
Compose C pull down. Tweet T pull down. User U pull down. Timeline L pull down. Help H pull down. System pull down. Application to pull down.
Now we're back to the application. I'm going to hit the down arrow key.
Switch account, a dialog.
If you have multiple accounts, here is where you can switch between them. You can also add an existing Twitter account or remove an account from Chicken Nugget. I'm going to press enter.
Menu closed. Accounts top Mystic Access list view 1 of 2. Dialog accounts.
And I'm going to hit the down arrow key.
Bottom Jedicant 2 of 2.
And I'm going to tab and press enter.
Switch to account S button. Chicken Nugget Jedicant. Homo Chris G text just added info about.
The dialog box closed and the account has changed. So now let's go back to the menu bar.
Application to pull down. Switch account. Update profile. New dialog.
You can update your profile.
Hide show main window H control Win W.
You can hide or show the main window, which I did initially.
Set font. F dialog. Import Twitter archive. I dialog.
If you have your Twitter archive, you can import it.
Exit X.
And then you can exit. I'm going to hit the escape key.
Application to pull down. Compose C pull down.
Scroll to the right. Now down arrow.
Tweet. T control T dialog.
That is how you enter a new tweet.
Direct message. M control D dialog.
This is how you send a direct message. Control D if you're within the user interface, or Control Win D if you're not within the user interface.
Tweet. T control T dialog.
And now we're back to tweet. Escape.
Compose C. Tweet T pull down.
Scroll down.
Reply. R control R dialog.
This is how you reply or mention a tweet.
Reply to all a control Shift R.
This is how you reply to all users mentioned in a tweet.
Retweet T control Shift T.
You retweet with Control Shift T.
Retweet with comment C control Shift C.
With comments.
Favorite F.
You can favorite a tweet.
Delete D control delete.
You can delete a tweet, which I previously showed.
Edit tweet. E control E dialog.
You can edit a tweet. You can only edit and delete tweets that you create.
View conversation V control Shift V.
You can view a conversation.
Tweet details D dialog.
And here are tweet details. Let's press enter on this.
Menu closed. Text just added info about Sendero PC GPS to the Sendero Maps MP3 audio tutorial. http www.mysticaccess.com product.php Producted 3 read only edit box dialog tweet details.
Now we're in a dialog box, and I can use standard cursor navigation to read this tweet. So I can hit the home key, and then I can hit the right arrow key.
U S T space A D D E D space I N F O.
Now if I hit the tab key, let's see what else we have in this dialog.
Reply R button.
You can reply,
Retweet R button.
retweet,
Retweet with comment C button.
with comments,
User details D dialog button.
find out the user's details. So let's find out the user's details. I'm going to press enter.
Select user to read bio top bottom GD Kent 1 of 1 combo edit box.
I could
Dialog
select the user to read the bio of, and there's only one user selected, or if I knew another person's Twitter name, I could type it in here. I'm going to press enter.
Screen name GD Kent read only edit box. Name Chris G read only edit box. Bio like to read, listen to music and work with computers. Read only edit. Verified false read only edit box. Location read only edit box. URL http www.mysticaccesspodcast.com read only edit box.
Tab.
Statistics followers 32 friends 70 tweets 319 favorites 0 read only edit box.
So let's press escape.
User details.
Escape again.
Chicken Nugget Jetikin. Home.
Let's go back to the menu.
Application a pull down.
Scroll to the right.
Compose C pull down.
Right again.
Tweet T pull down.
And scroll down.
Reply, retweet with favorite F, delete D, edit tweet, view conversation V, tweet detail, browse to link B, control B.
This is how you would browse to a link that's mentioned in a tweet. You can do control B, select it from this menu item, or you can do control Win B if you are not within the user interface.
Audio U pull down.
This is how you play audio.
Reply, R control R dialog.
And now we're back to reply. So let's hit escape.
Tweet T pull down.
Scroll to the right.
User U pull down.
This is the user menu.
Details, D dialog.
We've already shown that, but within the tweet dialog would be the same. You can view a user's details.
Follow F.
You can follow a user.
Show public list L.
Show public lists.
Add to list L.
You can add to a list.
Remove from list R.
Remove from a list.
Unfollow U.
Unfollow.
Block B.
You can block someone.
Report as spam R.
Report them as spam.
User timeline control U.
A user's timeline.
List followers.
You can list followers.
List friends.
And list friends.
Display favorites A.
Display favorites.
View timeline on Twitter V.
View the timeline on Twitter, which loads the Twitter webpage.
Details, D dialog.
Now we're back to details. Let's hit escape.
User U pull.
Scroll to the right.
Timeline L pull down.
And here's timeline. Let's press the down arrow key.
Mute timeline M.
You can mute the timeline.
Auto read timeline A.
You can auto read the timeline. I think this is a really nice feature. When I had the tweet come in from the technology list, it was automatically read. By default, nothing is automatically read. But maybe you would like your direct messages, your mentions, or one or two lists to be read to you. The timelines you set up to have automatically announced will be announced irregardless if you have the user interface open or not. So if you are working within Word, for example, your tweets will automatically be read to you. To keep my computer from talking extensively, I have direct messages, mentions, and one or two lists set up to be automatically read. The nice thing is it's set up to be specific to whatever you want announced. So if you want one list announced and that's it, or just your direct messages, first you would move to your direct messages list, for example, and then you would go into the timeline menu and select auto read.
Edit templates, E dialog.
And you can edit templates.
Dismiss timeline D disabled.
If you have a user's timeline or something like that you want to dismiss because you're no longer interested in their tweets that you pulled up, you could dismiss that timeline.
Mute timeline M.
Now we're back to mute timeline, so I'm going to hit escape.
Timeline L.
Go to the right.
Help H pull down.
Then there's help.
Chicken Nugget documentation DF1.
The documentation.
About Chicken Nugget, a dialogue.
And about Chicken Nugget. And as of the recording of this podcast, it is still in beta and it is 0.7.3. I'll hit escape.
Help H pull down.
Escape again.
Menu closed.
Now I'm going to use Chicken Nugget without the user interface. So I'm going to press Win Control W to hide it.
Hide. Studio Recorder MP60 Chicken Nugget.
So now I'm currently in Studio Recorder. I can check that by reading my title bar.
MP60 Chicken Nugget.
And I am going to press Win Control down arrow or up arrow to go between the tweets in the current list that I am in.
That Android show RT Ranger 1138 very excited about 2 open houses. Saratech is that Android show USA Today. That Android show Moto X teardown reveals all the.
If I want to go to the top of the list, I can do Win Control Home.
Michael offsite to compare.
If I want to go to the end of the list, I can do Win Control End.
USA Today Bozilla slams X8 and try.
If I want to switch between buffers, I can do Control Win Left or Control Win Right.
Direct messages, favorites, followers, friends, blocked, favorited, retweeted.
And if I wanted to go into any of these items, of course, I can do the Win Control Up, Win Control Down.
Sent tweets, sent direct message events, GD Kent friends, GD Kent products and services, GD Kent fun.
This is my fun list, so I'm going to go down to the end of this fun list.
Josh the Lioncourt Flex Golden Tails Overlander Overwater HTTP are in Mergenstern.com 2013.
And I'm going to go up.
Pamela L. Gay many thanks to Brandano for the 60-second science challenge work he does and his support of Cosmo Quests HTTP. Pamela L. Gay RT Jason Major this impact on Mars occurred within the past 5 years HTTP j.mp12. Pamela L. Gay at a pizza place with an excellent beer select. Pamela the Forcecast. The theme of this week's Forcecast is Speculate Responsibly. How to cover SW rumors. How to manage expectations. HTTP. Rebel Force Radio RT Kyle Roberts Rebel Force Radio. I rarely read any of the Star Wars novels, but after listening to the new show I can't wait to read Kenobi. Star Wars 824.
And I'm going to go to the top of this list by doing the Win Control Home.
Pamela L. Gay RT Chris North. If you can't see Saturn tonight, then wave just to the right of the sun at 12:48, 13:38 or 14:41 BST either today or Saturday, 1/2/7/19/2013 5:49 I'm from Twitter for Mac.
Well, I hope you have enjoyed this updated podcast, Chicken Nugget Revisited. If you have any comments or suggestions, my contact information follows.
The preceding program was a presentation of Mystic Access, where the magic is in learning. To contact, please visit www.mysticaccess.com or call 1-888-678-1433. You may also email chris@mysticaccess.com or follow on Twitter at www.twitter.com/mysticaccess. Also, visit our podcast site at www.mysticaccesspodcast.com. Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed the program.